This is live North Central Oklahoma weather and food special news report. We put it together to let you know what the world's thinking. We're gonna start out with China, then we're gonna do Russia, then we're gonna get a little bit of religious on you. So stick around and hopefully you enjoy this. Here we go. We're gonna start with China right about now.
Prepare for war. I wish I could make this up. This is China's 80th People's Liberation Army, the PLA, on Weibo's social media. If you've never heard of Weibo, it is because it's the Chinese version of Twitter and Instagram. The China Army's war message generated over 300,000 likes in the last 12 hours. 300,000! So I went on the social media platform with over 500 million users. And the top trending subject is if Pelosi visits Taiwan. And the Chinese MFA spokesman said that China will take strong countermeasures if the US House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi visits Taiwan. Simply stated, if the US side insists on going on its way, the Chinese military will not sit still. So I went back on the website to find out what are Chinese people saying on this app. You can pause this as I go, but I have translated everything to English already. If we don't fight this battle, our children will fight. Am I gonna witness history? If the country needs me, give me a pink AK. If there is such a day to witness it together, as long as the motherland needs me, always be ready. And pay attention to the hashtags 80th Strong Army, which is the one located right here across from Taiwan. And not to mention the military anthems that are going around in Chinese state media. Check this out. The military anthem actually sounds dope. And it is called When That Day Comes, which I have just put on Telegram.
Everybody's seeing the reports about New York getting nuked, and that the news media, the local news media in New York, is preparing people in case of a nuclear attack. In Revelation, it does mention, in my opinion, New York getting attacked. And this is the clue. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness. The seat of the beast is New York City. The beast is the United Nations. The United Nations headquarters is in New York. Not only does it mention that New York will go dark, it also says that it will be hit with earthquakes that haven't been seen since man. I don't believe it's just New York. I believe that it's going to be all of the United States, but the primary target at the beginning will be New York. It says that it will be divided into three, and those three nations will fall. So to me, the way that I'm reading it tells me that New York will get hit, and so will the rest of the United States. And because of that, we will be divided into three nations, and those three nations will fall. There's no mistaking that the beast is the United Nations. There is no mistaking that the United Nations headquarters is in New York. There is no mistaking that the great city, Mystery Babylon, the whore, is New York. And throughout New York, it spreads to the rest of the United States. How long before it happens? It could happen at any time. It could happen down the road, but it is around the corner. Tribulation is not that far. But first, the seat of the beast must go dark. So if you see an EMP or a huge power outage or a solar flare hit New York, you know it's the beginning. So when you see these signs, be prepared, because that means it's moving along. And tribulation is gonna come. In order for Israel to stand alone and to have the entire world attack them, means the United States can't exist, because Israel will never fight alone if America is still a superior power.